What we see here is a Casablanca Zephyr. A very, very old Casablanca Zephyr. This one has an Emerson K63 motor in it. It uses a 3-way pull chain. Here you can see the nice Casablanca Fan Company sticker on the switch housing. Models prior to late 1980 did not use the brass badges typically seen today, only these stickers. Oh. And if you see the top of the motor, that's a K63. When I got it, it came with a very deep, very awesome 8-inch schoolhouse globe with an actual Casablanca K1 fitter attached. The fan is all original. So it's also very, very clean. I'm thinking this fan was hanging in a dining room, very rarely used, its entire life. It has what I assume are solid teak blades. Really, really nice. Another fun thing here is the canopy. That's the old canopy. You typically see these on Casablancas made prior to about 1978. Very flat. Very unusual. Normally you see the ornate canopies. Anyway, let's see what this does. It's a 3-way pull chain, fan, light, then combination. The variable speed is solid state, not slumber quiet, like newer Casablancas. The trim pot is set at its factory setting, so this is the speed right out of the box. Like I said, model is CB108. The 8 stands for antique black, which eventually evolved into matte black. It's finish number 8, one of the original Casablanca finishes. Put it up about an eighth of a turn. Put it about a quarter of a turn. This is your normal medium speed for a 3-speed fan. Put it up a little more. It's really moving the air now. Fan has a 14-degree blade pitch. A little bit of wobble. One of the blades was poorly cut, so the blade iron extends a little past it on the right side of one of the blades. Yeah, things were done by hand in the early days of Casablanca. Put to full blast. This thing hauls ass on high. 240 RPMs. Now, when Emerson was using the K63 motors, there was a lot of inconsistency coming from Emerson. See, Emerson, they used the same motors in all their fans. They were very consistent with their own models, like all of the heat fans, all of the early Casablanca classics, alright, which used K63s. They were all the same size. But what they were giving Casablanca was incredibly random because Emerson, they kind of liked to do whatever the hell they felt like. In other words, this means Casablanca got motors of various sizes. Some K63s came small. Some came very large. Now this particular model happens to have one of those very large K63s, and we're going to let it coast. Now this fan, the bearings are perfect. This is a very unusual occurrence since K63 motors are notorious for having bad bearings because of the fact that they run extremely hot. Well, the reason this one has decent bearings is simply because it was rarely used. Like I said, it was probably in a dining room. A nice clean dining room where the light was the only thing that really got any use. So, means the bearings are silent. Okay, now another nice fun detail of this fan is the placement of the reverse switch. Yeah, K63 Casablancas had the reverse switch in one of the vents. All of them were like this, interestingly enough. So, there's your blade. Now, starts it. Like I said, it's fan, light, then fan and light. So now we're going to start just from highs to show you the the acceleration, the startup. As you can kind of tell, it starts up very quickly. Very, very, very quickly. Because again, it has the huge K63, which is probably the same large size they used in the 52-inch heat fans. By the way, this fan dates to February of 1979. All the early K63 Casablancas had a gold tag on the motor mount with the date and the model number. All this was written by hand originally. Yeah, one of the blades is maybe a little bent, maybe one of the blades is slightly warped. But for a fan that is 37 years old, I am not at all surprised by this. Anyway, turn it off again. Now this one I found by chance. I had been looking for a K63 Casablanca for eons. I was heading into the armpit, that is New Jersey, to pick up a window fan for one of my friends, and I decided to stop at a random thrift shop on the way. Looked around, didn't see anything. As I was about to leave, something caught the corner of my eye. First I saw a black GE vent. Then I thought, oh, that's a Zephyr. Then I get up to it and I'm like, oh, hell, it's a K63 Zephyr. And needless to say, I was happy. And the black Zephyrs in the K63 flavor do not pop up very often. Normally you see them in antique white, polished brass, or antique brass. Occasionally brown, but black is a little more uncommon. Well, chrome's even more so, but you get the point. Anyway... Yep, that was a K63 Casablanca Zephyr. I hope you enjoy.